All right. What's going on? What's going on, wealth creators? This is Marvin Mitchell, and I am here. Oh, well, thank you for that applause. I do appreciate that very much. So, I'm here to talk to you about the debtor, the saver, and also the wealth creator. We are here to learn about traditional financial advice, right? Why traditional financial advice does not work anymore. Why you cannot save your way to wealth and exactly what you can do about it because we got to change some things here. We got to make sure that you are living the lifestyle that you deserve, which is a lifestyle of abundance. And what I'm going to be doing every week or so, I'm going to be coming in for about 15 to 30 minutes to teach you some key principles when it comes to wealth. So we are starting right here on OMNI Live with why you can't save your way to wealth. You can't save your way to wealth. OMNI Live with Marvin Mitchell. The topic is how the traditional systems conditions people to be savers instead of wealth creators and how it can actually ruin you if you are not careful. Okay. So are you ready? If you're ready, drop some fireballs in the comments. Let me know that you're ready. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. So first, let me look here and let me see. Let me go ahead and talk about there's three different types of people when it comes to money. So the first thing you got to understand is you got to understand the type of person that you are. And you have to truly identify with that. So there is the debtor, the saver, and also the wealth creator. So what the debtor does is that they constantly go into debt. They get credit cards, they go into debt, they get student loans, they go into debt, they get personal home real estate Macy's cards and all of this chase all of this, and they're just going into debt, but not good debt. And what they do is they spend their entire life attempting to get out of debt. They're attempting to get out of debt. They're attempting to get out of debt. And as soon as they're getting close, what happens? Something happens. An emergency happens. A tire breaks down. Something. Car breaks down. So all of a sudden, you go into debt again. And then you keep going through that same cycle over and over and over. Maybe you get stressed out. And when you get stressed out, you shop. I don't know. It may be you. It may not be you. But I'm talking to somebody out there, right? Their goal is just to get out of debt. Their goal is just to get to zero. They feel that if they can simply get to zero, they'll be okay. But let me tell you this, there are people, homeless people on the street that are at zero, but that doesn't mean they're in a better financial situation than you. In fact, quite contrary, they could have no debt, have no assets. Is that really what you want? Do you want to spend all of your years growing just to not have any assets and end up in a terrible situation, just trying to get to the line of zero? No, we are not here to survive. We are here to thrive. And by thriving, what I mean is we want to win. All I do is win. We need that clip. We need to get that clip. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. That's what we're looking to do. So we'll have that for next time. Now, the next thing that I want you to understand is that there's a saver. So the saver is going to save, 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 and then they're going to pay cash. They're going to save, 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 and then they're going to pay cash. They're going to keep doing that same thing over and over. Well, what's the problem with that? Isn't it a good thing they're avoiding debt, right? Well, yes, there's a major problem with that. The major problem with that is even though they are avoiding debt, every time that they spend down their cash, they're stopping the forward momentum of money. They're stopping the forward momentum of money. Okay. What does that mean? If I make money and I'm losing the money, then what's happening? What's happening is you are you're not growing your money. There's no forward momentum to the money that you're making. It's not working because you got to keep starting over and over and over again. And even if you do get back to that savings amount, you did not get back to that savings amount plus interest. And that's the problem. You got to get back to the savings amount plus the interest. And that's the powerful thing that most people miss. So, what a wealth creator does is that they never stop the forward momentum of money. Their money just goes up, 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 up. And then what happens is they borrow against it and then they pay themselves back. They borrow against it and then they pay themselves back. They borrow against it and then they pay themselves back. Okay. So that is a huge problem, right? They borrow and then they pay themselves back. That ain't a problem because what you're doing is it's the power of leverage, the power of leverage, the power of making your money work multiple times because that green line, the wealth creator line, is going to keep going up, 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 right? It's going to keep going up. Okay, hold on one second. Okay. So here's what I mean by that. Let's say I had $100,000 sitting in cash and I'm earning me 5%. Well, if I got 100,000 earning me 5%, 1 year later, I'm at $105,000. But if I spent $30,000 of that first, I had 100,000, I spent 30,000, I would not have 105,000. Whereas if I'm a wealth creator, I got 100,000 earning 5%. Even if I borrow $30,000 against my money the next year, I still have 105,000 because the money continued to grow uninterrupted as if I never touched it. So I was able to borrow that money and use it for investments. I was able to borrow that money and use it for income. I was able to borrow that money and use it for all of those particular things that I wanted to do, right? Now I can make my money work multiple times off the same dollar. If you with me, put some fireballs in the comments. So if my money is going to grow the exact same, whether I borrow against it or not borrow against it, what do you think I should do? Should I borrow against it or should I not borrow against it? Exactly. If I do borrow against it, should I buy an asset or should I buy a liability? An asset, right? Because we want our money to grow multiple times off the same dollar. But here's a problem with a lot of people. A problem with a lot of people is that they follow the old traditional ways of financial advice and it gets them caught in a pickle every single time. That's why 77% of people run out of money before they retire. Okay. So hear me out. What they're being told is save money, save in your 401k, overfund your 401k, keep putting money towards your tax deferred qualified 401k account. And then one day when you turn 59 and a half or you retire, then you'll finally be able to touch that money without a penalty. And then you have to pay taxes on all of that money and live off about 40% less than what you had. And oh, by the way, maybe at that particular time, you'll be able to live the lifestyle. But what I've seen is that people do that. They do all of those years of savings and then they can't even live the same lifestyle they lived when they were working. That's not good. That's not good. We don't want you to have to wait until you retire. We want you to be able to live the lifestyle that you desire right now. Okay. We want you to be free right now. We want you to travel right now. We want you to think about retiring early right now. But if you're going to do that, the thing that you need to do is you got to understand that old way don't work. I want you to contribute to your match in a 401k. Then I want you to take the risk, but I want you to fund a policy. I want you to fund a policy that you can borrow against, even if you're 30, even if you're 40, even if you're 50, with no penalties that will continue to grow as if you never touched it. And you can go out and you can buy the asset that you choose and that you want. And then you can build up your own passive income. You don't have to wait on Social Security, which, by the way, is not even promised to be around. They already stated that by 2034, they may have to cut Social Security by 15%. So that can't be it. Pensions are not around the way that they used to be. So if we're waiting on the government and our work to create our pensions and our Social Security for us, we are in for a collapse, a total breakdown. But if you believe that, hey, this is my time to take full authority and full control and full responsibility over my life. It's my time to create my own savings vehicle. It's my time to create my own passive income, my own real estate, laundromats, ATMs, whatever it's going to be, car rental services, stock options trading, whatever it's going to be. It's my time to do that right now. Somebody put the word now in the chat. Now. That means no opportunity wasted. We don't have time to wait. We only have time to act. I will act now. I will act now. I will act now. This is our time. You know why? Because procrastination is the assassination of your destination. Procrastination is the assassination of your destination. And the reason why people end up poor is because they generally pass over opportunities repeatedly. So what I'm telling you right now is I'm telling you to take control of your financial life. Are you ready to take control of your life? Huh? Are you ready? Because if you're ready, I want to help you to get there. Right? So with that being said, I want you to understand something. That was a quick snippet today, but here's what I want you to understand. I want you to look at me when I tell you this because I mean this from the bottom of my heart. All right, you ready? You are a powerful person. There's something good for you in store. You were meant to live a life of abundance. You are nature's greatest miracle. You are a child of the king. That means you are a king yourself or a queen yourself. You were meant for greatness, right? You were meant to plant seeds that are going to bloom and that are going to grow and that are going to warm the earth. You were meant to put joy and light into this earth. You were meant to be the head and not the tail, the lender and not a borrower, above and not beneath. You were meant to change this world and be the light of this world, right? It's time for you to wake up out of your slumber and stop complaining and stop being mad and stop pitying the past and stop thinking about what if this happened or what if that happened or I'm too old or is this happening? If this, forget all of that. Now is not the time. Right now, this is the time for you to shine. This is your time to do what you need to do. This is your time to grow, right? This is your time to expand. No limits, no boundaries. Give me 1 second. I want to charge my computer. Right, my computer was about to die on me. All right, I was trying to get that in fast. But look, 2025 is your turn to shine, your time to shine. It's your time to make this happen. It's your time to grow and to show that you are nature's greatest miracle. You are called to do some inner soul searching right now, to sit alone. Sometimes you got to sit alone, sit alone. You know what? Because there's elevation in loneliness. Every great man have had to sit through a period of isolation for his elevation. And this might be that time for you right now because you got to start making some changes in your life mentally. You got to start making some changes in your life physically, spiritually, emotionally. Why? Because you were called to continue to have greatness. And sometimes that greatness is coming during moments where you have to sit back and you have to reflect and isolate and meditate and think about what's going on in your life. And part of that thinking about what's going on in your life is going to automatically increase your wealth, right? I'm telling you, wealth is energy. Money is energy. That's all it is. So where is your energy going? Because where attention goes, where energy goes, your attention flows. Probably said that right. Where your attention goes, energy flows. So here's what I'm telling you right now. I want you to make a commitment. I am a wealth creator. Money comes to me easily, frequently, and abundantly. Those that are around me are automatically elevated by my presence. Wealth and riches are in my house. I am powerful. I speak prosperity. I speak abundance over your life right now because death and life is in the power of the tongue. And we have the ability to speak those things that are not as though they are. So I don't care where you are financially right now. We will not let the circumstances dictate the outcomes of your life because you are responsible and we are about to make this happen. It is our time. It is our time to shine and we will do it. Like this, share this. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to transformyourwealthchallenge.com. Or type in a word in the chat. Type in the word wealth in the chat. No, I forgot. What's the word? What's the word that I want you to type in? Challenge. Maybe type in the word challenge in the chat. Or go to Transform Your Wealth Challenge. I want you to be a part of my next 5-day challenge. That next 5-day challenge, I'm going to show you, teach you, and train you a blueprint that you can use to grow your wealth. There's 3 different types of programs that you can get. You can get the platinum. There we go. Transformyourwealthchallenge.com/RBS. So HTTPS transformyourwealthchallenge.com/RBS. Okay. Because I want you to go there. And the reason why I want you to go there is because there's 3 different levels. You got platinum, you got silver, and then platinum, you got VIP, and you got general. So platinum is normally $9.97. Today, you can get it for only $3.97. And I recommend that because you're going to be able to do Q&A with me. You're going to be able to get 5 different lessons. We're going to give you the blueprint. You're going to learn about real estate, life insurance, stock options, all of those particular things. I'm going to help you to go step by step on how to transform your mind to wealth creation. I'm going to show you my investments, including my life insurance policies. I'm going to show you all of that. If you comment the word challenge, We will send you a link. Just comment the word challenge, and we're going to send you a link. I'm going to share that with you. VIP, you don't get to do the Q&A. You don't get the recordings permanently, but at least you get into the room and you get to see other people's Q&A, right? Now, with that being said, general, if all you can do is get in the room, it's $97, and that's just going to allow you to see the Facebook. You can't get in the Zoom, but you can at least see what the general session on Facebook. It's a start, but I highly recommend you do platinum. You type in the word challenge, you click on transformyourwealthchallenge.com. With that being said, cue the outro.